Illustrated on the beat.
Buy this beat now. You know you like it.
Yo, first of all, before I even start, I have a head cold as of right now, so do not get mad at me for that. I've battled this for a couple days now, and it's really getting to me right now. But anyway, so a lot of y'all are pissed at the fact we yet again did not get the Spider-Man DLC announcement at the State of Play. Respectfully, respect to that. I guess you guys should be a little pissed at the concept. Like, the game's been out almost a year and we haven't even got at least a slight bit of an announcement for it. But I hate to be the one to throw this in y'all face, but I want to respectfully put this out there for y'all to have an understanding. Insomniac took a pretty big hit with those hackers. You know what I'm saying? Like, going as far as revealing the in-progress gameplay of the Wolverine game that they're currently working on, and even going on as putting out personal information of their employees and all this other stuff. Y'all gotta understand, it's gonna take some time for them to bounce back from that. Like, because when you have something that major, and that major a breach of security in a company like that, stuff like that is not just you can bounce back from 2-3 weeks in. Like, that's not something you can relatively do. You understand? Like, there's levels to all of these things. And even when Spider-Man 2 first got announced, we were promised 2 DLCs. At the bare minimum, 2 DLCs. And now that, it's coming up on a year since, the game has been out, it's relatively at that degree where what else do we have to hear? Like, what else is there, right? But I will say this, and it's genuinely my theory on this one. I feel like while the recovery effort for everything that has happened with Insomniac in terms of them losing all that they had at the moment, I feel like even though it set them back, it's a bigger setup for a much bigger success. Because obviously they still working on the game, and even though the hackers did get a lot of information, I mean, at the bare minimum, we should be happy with the fact that we at least know what the intention is. And as of right now, there's a lot of stuff going on with the studio. A lot of the studio is trying to figure out, like, okay, now that our fan base has practically had everything given to them because of these hackers, what can we do about it now? And they probably did spend the last couple of months scrambling to figure out how to fix this and how to get the situation into a different perspective and even do better than what happened to them, really. And again, like I said, I don't want to point fingers. I'm not going to sit here and blame anybody. This kind of stuff is like, it happens. Like, it's happened before. Sony got hacked at one point before in the past. So it's not really all bad. Like, we continue to support Insomniac for all its games, and everybody that's a fan of Spider-Man or Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, we have on multiple occasions given them opportunity to, prove themselves. And they definitely have showcased, like, oh yeah, you thought we was just gonna give up? No, we coming out swinging. Pun intended. So really, what I'm getting at, right, is that I will not say that a DLC for Spider-Man 2 won't come probably next year. I won't say that because it's almost October as it is, and the whole idea that now we have confirmation on several different projects Insomniac is working on, such as originally they were going to they were just going to include Venom in general. Now we not only got to play as Venom in Spider-Man 2, but Venom is also going to be a standalone DLC. And then obviously they're working on Spider-Man 3, which the hackers, again, because of the hackers, we understand that, Spider-Man 3 is going to be a thing. Wolverine was supposed to come out sometime next year. We already knew at some point, Wolverine was going to either have more information revealed this year, or it was going to come out in 2025. We all knew this to an extent, but it's the fact, like, now we have confirmation that Spider-Man 3, which is titled Spider-Man 3: The Last Stand, Wolverine, and the expansion for Venom, which is also titled The Lethal Protector. Which, again, what they're going to do with that is, I have no idea, because obviously, for those of you who played the game, spoilers ahead, Harry is comatose, and obviously the symbiote was destroyed, and the only symbiote that we have evidence of right now is the Carnage symbiote, which again falls under the sequel versus Spider-Man 2. And again, if we do get DLC, and let's say Carnage is included, that's fine. But as of right now, what I'm saying is that we need to just maintain the patience, because regardless what most people will say, oh, Insomniac has no idea what they're doing at this point, or whatever have you, that is not true whatsoever. Because they know what they're doing. And this is a pretty big stab in the back, that you lose all these terabytes of information, and then obviously Wolverine having all this gameplay being revealed, as well as the voice actors and characters that were to be included. That's going to take some time to get back on, but he's got to realize that was all that was just pre-development. All of the information that these hackers did take, you guys got to understand that was and still is subject to change. So what we see in all these little leaks or whatever is a high chance that what we see now is not going to be the same next year. And considering, yes, we did just miss Insomniac skipped the state of play. Okay, I understand. Everybody's a little pissed about it, but I would rather y'all not rush it than anything else. I would rather you guys take your time than drop fire. You know what I'm saying? Drop the heat. I'm not gonna say Insomniac don't put out no heat. They put out heat. They really do. When they brought Spider-Man out in 2018, I was like, okay, new take on Spider-Man. And then in the middle of the game, you include Miles Morales. Then turn around when the PlayStation 5 dropped, they gave Miles Morales an enhanced version specifically for his own standalone game. So that right there, and then now we have Spider-Man 2. We got Spider-Man 2 back in October of last year, which is amazing, still amazing, filled with all types of characters from Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery, and still including Miles as a whole. Now, everybody has their critiques, everybody has their complaints. There's no such thing as a 10 out of 10 game on IGN. There's really not, like IGN is really biased when they try to give their perspective on certain games, if games in general. Like, there's no real reason for that. And then you guys got to understand, like, yes, Insomniac was the subject of a very extreme hack issue. They did have that issue, but why I'm saying what I'm saying, and this is the same sentiment that we had during the Last of Us's lifetime, which is still going on to this day. The Last of Us just remade the first Last of Us from 2013 and put it on PlayStation 5. Again, not that big a deal. We supported Last of Us for 10 years. And, excuse me, Insomniac Spider-Man is turning 6 years old. So the fact that Wolverine, we now have confirmation that Wolverine does take place in the same universe as Spider-Man and Miles. Okay, cool. But now, just look at it like this. If Insomniac does reveal what has been going on, obviously with the situation that they've been put in, respectfully, I'm saying be patient, because like I said, they're gonna drop some heat. I'm telling y'all. By the beginning of next year, bro, we gonna have some heat, and it's not even gonna be prepared. So I'm like, for those of you who uninstalled Spider-Man 2 or whatever have you, bruh, start get your skills back up, because I'm telling you, the summer of next year is about to be a problem. Like, we got heavy hitters for next year. And if you guys think that just because Insomniac skipped the state of play this year, that you think Insomniac is not about to drop heat, knowing for a fact they see what's getting ready to drop next year. Oh no, they not about to miss that. No, they not about to miss that shit at all. And I'm guaranteeing you, we gonna get that DLC for Spider-Man before we get Wolverine. Because as I said before, all the stuff that got hacked involving Wolverine, that's literally early development stage, which means all that early development footage they gotta redo. So we're not gonna get Wolverine, at least we're not gonna get at least something about Wolverine until at least next year. At minimum, we're gonna get information about Wolverine next year, but as far as the game itself, no, we're not gonna get that shit before in 2025. And I stand on business with that. We're not gonna get that game before the end of 2025. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. It's just the concept. Like, knowing that y'all lost all that data and all that game footage, all that progress, you guys got to start over now. Oh no, we're not getting that game before the end of 2025. Especially if the DLC for Spider-Man comes out first. There's no way. I mean, yeah, they could split the team in half and be like, oh yeah, y'all can work with, Miles Morales and Spider-Man while we work on Wolverine. That's just my opinion. Well, let me know what y'all think, though.